Been talking to a lot of clients about self-care, and I just wanted to remind you guys that, self-care isn't just about massages and getting your nails did and all of that. I mean, it can be great, but self-care to me is two things. One, how you treat yourself and how you talk to yourself. And the second part, how you talk to yourself, most people don't think about because they don't label that under self-care. But listen, self-care is actually the action of loving yourself, correct? And if you believe that, ask yourself how you love other people, because usually the way that you love other people is through actions and words, right? It's through how we treat them and also how we talk to them. What's difficult is the way that we love someone else usually comes easy for us, but when we flip it, we can't love ourselves in the same way. So we are harder on ourselves. We don't treat ourselves as well, and especially we don't talk to ourselves the way that we would with someone that we love, right? So ask yourself, how are you treating yourself? How are you talking to yourself, right? And you got to be really honest with you. And changing that, treating yourself better, whatever that looks like. And yes, that can mean massages and retreats and all of that, sure. But it could also mean being heard. It could also mean giving your boyfriend instructions on how you want to be loved sexually. It could also mean cooking classes, so whatever, right? It depends on the individual and your story. So how you treat yourself. Are you treating yourself in a way that is coming from love and kindness and compassion, or are you being really hard on yourself? And then two, how are you talking to yourself? And I think that under self-care, this is the more important piece, because we are talking to ourselves constantly every day. And if you're bashing yourself, if you are assassinating your character and being hard on yourself and calling yourself an idiot and a failure and a loser, that is not self-care. Talking to yourself in a way that comes from kindness and compassion and empathy, that is self-care. So when it comes to self-care, how are you treating yourself? How are you talking to yourself? Not once, but every day as a lifestyle. I believe that self-betterment isn't just about reading books and gaining information, listening to podcasts and going on, going to workshops and seminars and all of that. Sure, that's great. It's about designing your life a certain way. And I think that's what makes self-betterment sustainable. It's about life design, it's about living a certain way. And self-care definitely falls into that. It's not a one-time thing. It's the way that you live your life. It's a practice. And the more that you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Because we're not used to treating ourselves well. Because of our story and because how we've been treated, right? We're not used to talking to ourselves in a way that is loving and kind because of how we have been talked to in the past and all of our experiences, right? No one teaches us how to do this. So we have to practice it. And the framework I want you to use is think about the people that you love the most in your life. How do you treat them and speak to them, right? Cut and paste that shit onto you. Treat yourself that way, love yourself that way, talk to yourself that way. It's going to be difficult. They're muscles that you have not used in a long time, but know that the more you do that, the better that it's going to be. And finally, if you can't do it for you, because many people can't, then do it for the people around you. Do it for us. Do it for the world, because by practicing this, you're going to be a better version of you, and we will get to experience all the gifts, all the unique gifts that are you.